Hey guys, Andrew Piercy, MBA, Florida State University, and we are going to be talking about the crypto crash and what's going on right now, what happened with FTX, a little bit of a history of what's going on, and also what you can do as an investor or as a crypto holder to help you out and to protect you against your downside risk. So, what happened? Well, Sam Bankman-Fried is the CEO, the Don Mega of FTX, or was, since they're bankrupt. He doesn't have anything at this point, wiped off his multi-billion-dollar fortune. However, he was the CEO of FTX, which is a cryptocurrency exchange, which you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies for fees, and people withdraw money and people also deposit money. In 2021, obviously, cryptocurrency was at peak. People were depositing into FTX a lot. A lot of money was going in. There was a lot of transactions happening. People were buying coins, and Mr. Bankman-Fried was getting quite rich. He was taking some of this money, and since it's not a regulated space, there's no Securities and Exchange Commission. You don't have to see what the financial statements of these people are. You have no idea how much they're getting paid. There's no CEO compensation. It's just the true Wild West. It's crypto. Since there is no government regulation, you can do whatever the hell you want. So what Bankman-Fried was doing was taking a lot of that money and spending it, I guess, or doing different things with it. He wasn't keeping it on his balance sheets for FTX in case there was a run on his business. He was assuming that people were going to keep depositing. They didn't foresee what was going to happen in 2022. Fried had created his own token. So it's almost like going to Costco, you have Kirkland brand, or you go to Sobeys and they have Compliments brand. One of the major players, one of the major owners of this coin was the owner of rival company Binance. And this individual that owns Binance is a true OG of crypto. They're very against the government. They don't necessarily like regulation. They don't want to have anything to do with the banks. That was what the whole purpose of cryptocurrency was. They wanted to stick it to the man. We don't want to have that middleman. We don't want the banks controlling the financial system. We want to be deregulated. We want to be decentralized. We don't want to have to go through an intermediary. We want to use this technology, this blockchain technology and cryptography to basically connect the two users, and the banks have nothing to do with it. However, Fried was trying behind the scenes to connect and become regulated. There was something going on behind the scenes where Fried was in talks with governments wanting to regulate the crypto space or wanting to regulate his coin or whatever. The owner of Binance found out about this. And once he found out about this, he had a ton of coins. He owned a lot of those FTX coins. So he was just like, oh, well, you know what? Since Fried is trying to change the game and basically he's not a real true OG of crypto, I'm going to sell off all his coins. I'm essentially going to stick it to Fried. So he liquidated all of his coin assets of FTX. When you're dealing with millions and billions of dollars, that's not easy, because if you go to the bank tonight and I walk over across the street, there's like 5 banks across the street, and I went in and said, I want all my money, and I have $1 trillion in the bank. They're going to look at me and say, we don't have $1 trillion here. Then the next person that comes in says, I want all my money, I got $1 million in here. And then every single person that has money stored away in bank accounts there comes in and says, oh, we want cash now. We want to cash out. If every single person did that, we would have what we call a run on the banks, and the banks would stop transactions. They'd be like, we can't do this. We don't have the money. hold on a second, guys. Don't shoot the messenger, but we don't have billions of dollars at this branch. We don't have all that money. So this is what happened with FTX. A lot of people, once they found out about the Binance CEO selling off his FTX token, all of them, once he did that, that sounded the alarm. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire, and in crypto, where it's so owned by retail owners, meaning it's owned by you, me, Charlie across the street, these people are like, well, geez, you know, if he's selling off, something's going on. I gotta get out. I gotta get my money. I want to cash out. So lots of people started cashing out. And when lots of people cash out, Bankman-Fried did not have enough money. He was in debt as it was. Let alone when people started going on a run on FTX wanting their money. FTX didn't have the money to give. So they halted withdrawals. And this is what happened. And this is why they went bankrupt. And this is why you are going to see way more than just this. This is why Celsius went bankrupt. This is why Voyager went bankrupt. This is why FTX went bankrupt. And this is why Binance didn't want to buy them. Because basically all their assets were in this coin. All Bankman-Fried's fortune was wrapped up in this coin having some value. And once everyone sold it off, his fortune went plummeted. This isn't the end of this. And I think the next one to fall is probably going to be Coinbase. It came out and started saying all the right things and all these fancy CEO talk. They started talk, oh, we're not like the rest of people that are coming out there and saying it like that and acting like there's almost too good to be true. There's something not right there. And I'm seriously worried about Coinbase. What I would strongly suggest that consumers do and that investors do is, one, if you don't understand cryptocurrency, don't invest in it. Warren Buffett doesn't understand it, so he didn't sink money into it. If you don't get it, if you don't understand stocks, don't put money in stocks. If you don't understand real estate, don't invest in it. Invest in things that you understand, and if you are investing in companies and stock market, invest in companies that you understand the business model. You understand how the company makes money. Another thing you have to understand with crypto is you only want to invest a certain amount of money that you are comfortable with losing. It's like going to the casino. You're probably not bringing your wallet. You're probably just bringing a certain amount of money. That's smart gambling. This is almost like gambling now. Cryptocurrency is maybe a couple of percentage points of your portfolio, but I wouldn't be 100% tied up in crypto right now because it is so volatile. Last but not least, take some of your coins, and put them in a decentralized wallet. And I will put some links in the description below of information on decentralized wallets because it is very important to know what that is, how it works. Even put it in cold storage if you have to. Don't leave it on an exchange, because if you leave $1 million or $2 or $5 or $50 million on that exchange, you are on any exchange right now, you are really, really taking a gigantic risk, because this is not going to be the last exchange to fall. There's going to be more exchanges once people start getting out and being like, I got to sell off. This isn't worth anything. This almost seems to me, crypto is almost like you date a girl who she's beautiful. You meet her at the bar. The first night you meet her and you're like, okay, this girl's super awesome. She's really good looking, but you don't know anything about her. And you get married, you go on the honeymoon, everything seems hunky-dory, but then once you get back from the honeymoon, you realize, oh jeez, I can't live with this girl. She's batshit crazy. I can't live with her. And then you want out. So it's a very similar situation to crypto. 2021, everyone started jumping into it because everybody thinks, oh, look at all the money people are making. They didn't understand it. And if you don't understand something, do not invest your hard-earned money into it. And I'm gone.